Welcome to the first episode of all of DC's brand new trades and hardcovers that they are coming out with in the year 2025. Let's go ahead and roll around. All right, the first book that we are going to be talking about in this line of brand new DC new titles is none other than the trade paperback for DC Horror Presents, which is a 4-issue anthology series. This is coming out on the 19th of August at $9.99 for 96 pages. And this is, again, an anthology series, but it also contains stories that are written by David Dismalchian from the Dark Knight movies, along with the Ant-Man movies. Patton Oswalt, Jordan Blum, and a couple of other creators who are also in there. So a lot of one-shots if you are familiar with a lot of these TV stars or novels or different comic books that you have seen in the past. This is the book for you. At the second of these is the DC Sonic the Hedgehog series. This is going to be collecting the 5-issue DC Sonic the Hedgehog series. We've seen a lot of crossover happen in the last couple of months. Of course, the big ones being the DC versus Marvel omnibuses, along with the Amalgam omnibus that came out this week. So if you're a big fan of those, I suggest checking this out. And if you are a big fan of Sonic, I also suggest checking this out. Next up, we do have Challengers of the Unknown by Christopher Cantwell and Sean Isaacs, one of the DC all-in trade paperbacks. The first one of these that are announced as part of the DC all-in trade paperback dress. This is what they look like at 136 pages, $17.99, coming out on the 23rd of September. This is, of course, the return of June Robbins, Ace Morgan, Rocky Davis, and Professor Haley, and trying to figure out what is up with the Darkseid residue from the pages of the DC All-In special. And the first 6 issues are in here, and the only 6 issues are in here, as there is no indicator that it is going to be extended past the 6 issues. But if you are a big fan of these characters and you want to see them return back to a semblance of form, this is something that I would definitely pick up. I was super impressed by the first issue, and Christopher Cantwell is really no stranger to writing great characters and giving them great motivations as far as what they are concerned with. Batgirl Volume 1, this is Cassandra Cain teaming up with her mother, of course, Lady Shiva, in a stunning twist to see what the difference is between these two characters and the weird but complex relationship that Cass has with her mother. This also features Cass as the spotlighted Batgirl again. Barbara Gordon, anyways, has moved back to the Oracle role. Otherwise, 136 pages, $17.99, collecting the first 6 issues of Batgirl, coming out on the 19th of August this year. Next up, we do have Black Canary, Best of the Best. This is a standard hardcover, so for all the people who are wondering out there, if you want to pair up your Batman Catwoman, your Gotham City Year One, and your other Tom King standard hardcovers, this is the next in line for those. 192 pages at $29.99. This is coming out on the 2nd of September. And if you want the inverse of Cass or somebody fighting with Shiva, this is Dinah fighting Shiva, at least for the first issue. I haven't read past those. I am going to wait for this to finish, but this is a Tom King, Ryan Sook, Dave Stewart collaborated book, so if you love that creative art team or just the creative team in general, this is something I would definitely pick up. And next up, we of course have the biggest flagship books, one being of the regular universe and 2 being of the flip-flop universe that happened, and I'll get to that in a second. The first one of which is Justice League Unlimited Volume 1 by the Superstar creative team duo on Shazam, World's Finest, and now Justice League Unlimited, Mark Waid and Dan Mora. August 5th, 2025 is going to be the release date for this, 176 pages at $17.99. This is, of course, the Justice League returning back to the semblance of what they were in the DC universe after they were gone for a bit, after the pages of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths by Joshua Williamson, and of course Justice League number 75, which is the also lead up to Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. I've been saying a lot of words. Go pick this up. I'm also happy to announce with the DC All-In covers that they are doing sort of the same cover trade dress for the Absolute Universe. For those who don't know about the Absolute Universe, this is a universe that was sprung up in the pages, or after the pages, I should say, of the DC All-In special as the Flip-Flop Wes Craig part. And we have gotten 3 titles since, and another 3 titles to come out in this new year. And of course, we are starting off with Absolute Batman, Volume 1, The Zoo, by Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, and Frank Martin. August the 5th is when this is going to be released at 176 pages at $17.99. The Zoo trade paperback is going to collect issues 1 through 3 and issues 5 through 6 of Absolute Batman. And of course, the second one, and my personal favorite comic that's coming out right now, Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1, the last Amazon trade paperback. This is going to be released on the 12th of August at 176 pages. Again, $17.99, collecting the first 5 issues of Absolute Wonder Woman. It's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful twist. And personally, some of my favorite art ever that's coming out in comics right now, with Hayden Sherman and Jordi Belair being teamed up on the art color pair. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know if you're hyped up for any of these books. I know that for some of my viewers, the best of the best hardcover being a standard size one kind of hurts, but it is really cool to see DC trying out new things with the trade dresses and the disuniformity on their books. I always appreciate it when companies try out brand new things, and it does look like they are moving forward along with that. Now, the question is, how long will the banners for the all-in last? This kind of does feel like a rebirth situation where they're going to have it for like 2, 3, 4, 5 trade paperbacks if the run ever gets past like 20 issues. And then if it gets past that 20 issue mark, we're going to see that drop off. So let me know in the comment section if you like those, and let me know if you're going to be picking any of these up for your folks.
If you haven't yet, check out our website, comicreleases.com, my and Webhead's love letter to comics, a hotspot where you can finally figure out what's coming out, when, from what place. Our unique upcoming website tracker in the Collected Editions tab makes sure that you're on top of every single collected edition coming out on the market, with release date updates to the minute, from the tiniest graphic novels to the giant Generator Deluxe hardcovers as large as an absolute. Our unique spreadsheet not only gives out the most accurate information out there, but our format also filters and ensure that you can find your books as quickly as possible. The tracker also gives out links to domestic and international retailers so that you can purchase your comic books at the snap of a finger. We are also proud to host monthly solicitations as per given by the publishers that generously send us information to give to you all. From the Ultimate Universe to the creator-loved Oceans and Universes, we specialize in giving you the most readable format of solicitations without any of the annoying advertisements. If you also donate to our Patreon at just $2 a month, which is less than a coffee at Starbucks, you will receive access to a special watch list dedicated to individually tracking items that are on your wish list, past or present. Place in your tracking number and make sure that these books also not only come in safe, you can even put in special comments on these as well. On top of that, your name will also show up at the end of every single Dom of X video creates as a huge thank you. That is comicreleases.com. For more information, check this out down in the description. If you also want to contact me or Webhead, check the contact forms down in the description, or email me down in the description.
I know that I'm going to be at the forefront picking some of these up to do reviews on them, but let me know. That's going to be it for me. I'm Dom of X. You be you. Take care and dominate the day wherever you go.